You know we've had some issues with our rig. You know that we've got them resolved at this point, but there's actually one more thing that we need to work on. What's up everyone? Welcome back to One Strange Adventure. Welcome to the next video and welcome to our favorite time of the year.
We are heading to the Keys.
Woo! What's up? Good morning, everyone. Well, we are currently in Tennessee, and you know we've had some issues with our rig. You know that we've got them resolved at this point, but there's actually one more thing that we need to work on at this point. And so while we were on our way to Tennessee, we actually had a little bit more issues, and this is actually that. What this is this is the piece that's supposed to be right in here that creates a barrier between like this plate right here that slides, or the hitch that basically like slides over it. So this is like a wax piece that just keeps it from like too much friction. Well, I found one in the bed of my truck, and I was looking upon further inspection. 3 of the 4 came out, and this was the screw that was used. I don't know. These were recently replaced. I don't know if they just used 2 small screws or the screws aren't the right grade or what, but yeah, I'm supposed to be leaving tomorrow, and now I got to figure out how to fix this. So to kick off this video, by the way, we're headed to the Florida Keys as of tomorrow, but to kick off this video, we're going to be replacing those. Okay, so I found the trick. This bar right there, and there's 2 bolts that go into that, and if you don't have it clamped some way, it just spins. So you can get one side broke, but then you can't get the other because then the bar is spinning. Here's my solution. All 4 are out. All right, now that I got these bolts out right here, there are 4 access points right here. After a bit of struggling, somebody came over and was like, oh, you can just take these off, and you probably got access points to the bolts. So thank you, Dale. All right, so now I can take these 4 bolts off, and then this bottom plate should come off, but I've got these holding it on. Hopefully that's enough to hold it up there so that it doesn't just drop on my toes. All right, now that I got these out, definitely helps to have a magnet that you can reach down in there and grab the bolts with. But now that I got these out, I'm just gonna take these out. All right, now you see this hole that's right here, and what goes in there is this. All right, and it's got a hex top to it, so you can keep it tight. Now the way that these wax seals or wax plates work essentially is they would go up like this, up here, and this screw goes up through it into this thing, holding it in place. Obviously that wasn't working, so I think I need to go to Advanced Auto and find some different screws and some Loctite. All right, so we had to actually run to Home Depot because I am missing one of these, and they go into these and actually hold. That's what holds the little wax puck, I guess you can call it a puck. That's what holds it up and creates that little gap. So I had to go find them at Home Depot, and these are 1/4 20 by 1/2 inch, and that's what it is. So now you know, if you ever need it, 1/4 inch 20 by 1/2 inch long. And it looks like they didn't have any Loctite on it actually, so I got some blue Loctite this time. So we're gonna make sure these things don't come back off. All right, now that I got these in here, Loctite, I take these little pucks, and the screw is gonna go right in there, and then this piece, this kind of sits up in there like this. Screw goes up in there, but the thing is gonna be keeping this from turning is the trick. It's fun when you're RVing because you never know what you're gonna get to tinker with. Not that you plan on tinkering with this type of stuff, but you know, it's cool to learn while you go. So my new screw is gonna go right into that little crevice just like that, and then right into that other piece. Let me show you guys what I'm having to deal with here. This right here might be a little dark. I have to get this on here and then hold this while I screw it in from the bottom. So that's what I'm doing right now. Now we gotta make sure we go in reverse order from what we took it apart. So these slide bars, I guess, they go in here. So you don't wanna forget those. You don't wanna put that bottom plate back on and be like, oh no, we got slide bars. So they go in there. They literally, nothing attaches to them. They're just on the end. It's kind of a cool design. All right, now that I got that all back in place, I got these on here. Hopefully the Loctite holds them in place while we go down to the keys, because we're going to the keys next. I think I mentioned that. So now I gotta get the plate back up, and let me take you guys with me so you can see what I'm talking about here. These 4 bolts that are welded in go up into these holes right here, and so I got to kind of hold it up. I'm going to use my clamps, my big C clamps, and then these nuts right here go down in here onto the bolts, and that's what holds the plate up to it. So then we can install these and we should be done. It's crazy because it sounds so much easier when I'm saying it than actually doing it. Oh, we got some help. So if you want to start on the other side, it's not that heavy until you try to hold it up like this. Yeah. Here we go. Hold on. There. Make it tight. Thank you. Yeah. Dale showed me a different way. I can just use the magnet and get it started that way. But, I mean, come on. It's cheating. But it works. right, last thing. There's a little rubber grommets back in place, and then clean my tools up. I'm done.
For last week, we've been at the Less Drink More Journey Huddle,
Yep.
where we also got to see Planning Our Sunday,
Yep.
because they came as a surprise.
And we got to hang out with our peoples, the Walshes.
Yep, and we got to meet some new people, the Thompsons.
Yes, absolutely.
And Nicholas has made like 12 new friends.
Yeah, it's been absolutely great. If you ever get a chance to find any kind of RVer event and go to it,
Don't
I
miss it.
recommend going to it, because the community that you can build and connect with other people on the road, those connections last for a while. Your kids get to benefit from it. It's really nice.
Yes, and not only that, but it makes the community feel just a little bit bigger.
little better.
In your world a little bit smaller, because it's easier to meet up with families across the nation if you don't have them all clustered in one location.
That's right. All right, well, we have 1,000 miles over the next 3 days to get down to the Florida Keys, because we're leaving Sevierville, Tennessee.
Yes.
But
It is currently 8:57. Our goal was to be on the road by 9:30.
yep, and then we're gonna get to the Keys.
Yes.
And kick that off too.
And if we come across anything interesting while on the road, we'll make sure we record it for
Yeah.
you. Maybe some time lapse of entering the Keys, or
If you've ever been to the Florida Keys, you know when that wall
turns to
starts to turn a color. When that middle barrier starts to turn a color, you know.
You just get excited.
If you know, you know. So it's pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna get going. Everything's done. We're ready to go. 1,000 miles ahead of us.
I hope you enjoy.
What do you need?
Back up just a hair.
Ready?
You're
Yep.
so excited.
That's good. All right, now you can pull out. All right, that's good.
My doodle. I
Hi, Luna. Comet, you ready?
All right, so this is the end of day 2 of travel. We are actually, we are now just south of Vero Beach, actually. And we're staying at Summer Crush Winery and Vineyard. And what an amazing, amazing place. This is a harvest host. You can stay here for free. They ask you to go in, pay for some wine or you know, grab something from the souvenir shop. Or they actually have 30 amp and 50 amp sites. So because this is the day 2 of a long day of travel, we went ahead and opted for 50 amp sites. And we've been in the cool for a while. It's 80 degrees here, so it's a little warmer for us now. So we went ahead and got the 50 amp for the night. It has water on site, and then there's a dump station as well. So you kind of have full hookups while you're here, which is pretty awesome. You can also stay for a week or a month. I'm not sure what the rates are. I didn't ask. I just heard her, overheard her saying that to somebody else. The cool thing is that everything's kind of locked up. So when you get here, there's a lock on the site so that people can't just come in and take the power. So you come in, you put in your combo that she gives you at the desk, and then you have access to the pedestal, and you got water on site as well. Now, they've had a lot of rain in this area, so we couldn't actually do the pull through. These are pull through sites, but we have a pretty soft spot in our rig. I mean, in our site, so we didn't back up as far.
Right.
But they're huge, huge sites.
Yes, and beautiful. I will say that the booking process is a little more difficult than any other harvest host we've been.
You have to do a waiver.
They do not accept same day requests, so you have to ask at least the night before. It was approved in like maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, it was fast.
So it was pretty fast because they're not full.
And they have campsites.
But once you get that on your confirmation email, you have to click the link, fill out a waiver. If you have more than 2 adults, you need an additional waiver for every 2 adults, basically. And then once you submit that, you have to check your email again, and they send you a third thing that says confirm your email address.
Beautiful though. And it's got palm trees.
He's like a kid in a candy store.
I love it. I love being back in Florida.
He likes to look at all the different types of palm trees. But yeah, we don't know everything that there is to offer here. I do know that they usually have events in the daytime.
In a food truck.
In a food truck, they close at 4, or they don't allow people to come in after 4 because they close at 5, and between 4 and 5 is when they're shutting everything down.
Right, and they want you to have a chance to come into the shop and either buy a site or buy something from the shop. Contribute to the business. That's the whole thing. That's the whole business model of Harvest Host.
You support the small business.
Right.
Which is really important. And then they have stickers.
Yep, they give you a sticker when you get a site.
Yep, Harold got a sticker for me. Dogs are allowed. You have to keep them
on a leash. Not running around like wild dogs like my dog.
And then they also do allow generators, but they ask for them to be the enclosed type, not open cage.
Well, we're gonna go get dinner, and then tomorrow morning before we leave, I'm gonna get some footage for you guys so you can see a little bit more.
Stay there, buddy. Sister got to come out.
Well, I was gonna put them all the way down to kind of like reset it, and
that's like perfect height.
That's where it is.
Cool. What are you doing, buddy?
They're getting in trouble, mama. Say getting in trouble, mama. Come here. Here we go. We should join.
Hey, Comet, can you sit?
Sit. Other Paul? Oh, good boy. Sit. I love you. I love you. All right, so we're heading out now. The dump station was great. There is a code, so you're gonna have to come up here, either spend your $10 or get a site. Yeah, so everything has a code. Electric, dump, gate, all of it has a code for if you're coming in after hours. This was overall a good harvest host. I think we have a little bit of a problem, but we're gonna make sure that that we know where that problem came from before we disclose what it is. But yeah, but overall, great place, and I would highly recommend. I would come back. You ready? I'm ready. Let's go. Let's go to the Keys. Come on.